How would you recommend to that single mom particularly how she would start detaching?
Oh boy. I think that's the second thing to do. I think the first thing to do is to identify what are the issues you're dealing with and find help. What are the issues? Love is love or money. It's family, it's job, it's health, it's very basic, real world things. Because detachment can feel like something that's spiritual that has nothing to do with life. We can't detach until we have some real world answers, too. Now, that said, the opposite is also true. We can detach some from the emotional, oh my God, I'm stuck, I'll never have an answer. I don't know what specifically it might be. But to do those things simultaneously, there is help out there. And if you're not getting help or can't access it, there may be a different way. I hope that there is.
Thank you for addressing the survival and support. So many gurus and single males, I call them usually, their spiritual or their life advice often doesn't recognize the very basic need for that, whether it's health, money, family support when you're, especially as a single mom. That's often overlooked and think you can just jump into ascension. Well, no, my kids are still screaming for 3 meals a day. So the fact that you said that simultaneously is so real.
Well, I like real because in so much of my life I wasn't. I know what it feels like. I know the consequences. And I'm not a guru. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a single male. I don't need information from you for you to live your life the way you want to. I need information from me. I think if we see how other people react when they're around us, if everybody runs away when you walk into a room, there may be a reason for that. I've experienced that back when I thought I was an alien in my 20s. Oh my God, who wants to be around that? Well, my family must be wrong. They don't know who I am. They know exactly who you are. They expect that weird ass behavior from you. So straighten up, get real. And the basis of life is we come here to be physical. And you can't address all these woo woo problems and make them soft and squishy and expect something hard and real to come from it. I know that you are a mom. You have 3 sons, and you sell they're smart, they're creative, they're out there living life in the wilds of Canada, enjoying themselves. You have a husband, you have a work, you have real world situations. Now, the spiritual life, that's kind of private and personal within us. And there's so much on the internet, on media, on television, of how to fix your life spiritually. Fix it physically first. Just look at what the problems are. Because any of the spiritual problems, let me restate that. Any of the physical problems can be helped with spiritual means, but you do have to do it simultaneously. It's not one or the other. A lesson I'm going through that I'm looking at because I can be so darn opinionated, just ask anybody that knows me, welcome to Aries, is that both things can be true. And absolute opposites can be true. How is that? I don't know, but it is. And I'm getting one mirror after the next about that. Now, a lot of those truths are what drive us crazy. Other people's opinions about who we are, what should we be doing. And an answer to that is usually, that doesn't concern you. That's my life. Focus on yours. Well, that's hard.